So where we at right now?
So this is, I guess it's technically like Toluca Lake, Burbank area. When I first came out here, like 2016, 17, like I didn't have a crib. I was just staying with the homies, or like I have a girlfriend with a crib, wild shit. Like
Right.
I signed my deal, my pub deal and shit. And I was just like, bro, like I'm gonna go to the nicest side of town. Like I was just driving around Hollywood Hills and I found this shit. I got this shit like within like a week, bro. Like,
Damn.
so
Just real quick.
it was here. I shot with like the cool thing about this neighborhood is like, bro, I shot with all my like I'm from Atlanta, so it's like hella palm trees, hella grass, hella different shit from being in like where I'm from. So I'm like, bro, me and John shot here. Me and like a few of the homies shot here. Like it was just crazy. Like I thought I don't know, bro. I thought I had made it. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
So when you had moved out here, were you already like in the talks about signing, or was it more of like I need to go be in the scene, like closer to the scene?
I was low key popping off on like SoundCloud heavy, like kind of too heavy. And like one thing, like niggas don't really know, like I never had a baby stage, bro. Like I think like my first or second song on SoundCloud went up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't. Like
Went crazy.
2016, so I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I was like, yo, everybody's like, yo, you see on Twitter and shit, like everybody once they start popping, they went to LA. I'm like, I'm popping right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to go. So I would come out here and like do sessions with niggas, like work on shit, like come out here, like do a little interview, a little no jumper, go to fucking this party, work with this artist and shit. But at one point I was just like, yo, I need to like live out here.
Right. Yeah.
And then as soon as I kind of like, it's funny because as soon as I decided that, I think I dropped the project and I got signed like the next month type shit.
Damn. So it kind of all happened as soon as you
Yeah.
moved out here.
It's one of those like I don't know, like divine, I don't know a good way to say it, but like it was supposed to happen type shit, you know?
Pieces were just kind of falling into place.
Yeah.
I guess what was your first impression of LA as soon as you really like settled down and made this place your home?
It was more like forward, bro. So like Atlanta's beautiful and I love Atlanta. That's like where I'm from. But like when I came here, they had shit that Atlanta wasn't up on yet. So I was just like, yo, what the fuck? Like I go to Melrose and like it's fucking round two and shit like that. And we got stores like that now.
Yeah.
But we had stores like that then too, but not to the same, I guess, capacity. Like it wasn't as serious out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was just like, yo, when I came out here, it was like, fuck, bro. It was like, it's kind of mind blowing, like, you know what I'm saying? And then you driving around, you seeing places you see on movies and shit, and just,
Yeah.
it's fucked.
On GTA. And shit.
Yeah, bro. Like, I want to go to fucking Melrose. I want to go to Santa Monica. I want to go to La Cienega. Like, you be like, yo, what the fuck? These are real places, bro. Sunset's a real place. Like,
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like,
The thing about Atlanta too, I mean, if one of the biggest music scene in the country already. You know what I'm saying? So was there any major differences you saw as like the music culture, like how people move within that space in the two cities?
I feel like when I first came out here, and I feel like LA's kind of doing a better job of it now, but Atlanta kind of gave me like more unity vibes, bro. Way more like if you was popping in the city, like somebody would reach out and fuck with you.
Right.
Like a bigger artist was gonna put you on the tape or give you the feature, or you was gonna get signed to. If you sounded like Young Thug was gonna sign you. Like it wasn't no beef or nothing like that. If you sounded like Future, he was gonna fuck with you. Or if he liked what you was doing, they, you know what I'm saying? When I came here, it was kind of, I don't really know all the politics of LA, but like it wasn't the same energy, you know?
Right. No, it's funny that you touch on that, you know, coming from somewhere else, because that's a big conversation, even to this day in the music scene in LA. Is like everybody just hates on the next person.
Yeah,
you know? It's like
I don't know.
crabs in a bucket type situation.
I think the crazy part about it is that places like Atlanta, places like New York, places like LA, if they did kind of like bring it together a little closer, like a little more, and just like unify more, they'll kind of be as big as Atlanta. Like LA got the music.
It does.
Like they support the, you know what I'm saying? The ones who really doing shit here, they support. When Shoreline do a show, they coming. When Greedo do a show, they coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kaylin do some shit, they coming. Like, you bring all that together. Not saying that they're not, but like everybody else too. You bring all of it together, like that shit'd be beautiful, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Yeah, it seems like, I don't know, because people know Atlanta music, people know New York music, even Michigan now, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, Detroit's a wave right now.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like all throughout the country, but it seems like LA sometimes struggles to like transcend that
break
regional,
out of LA. Yeah, break out of LA.
That sound. So, but yeah, going back to like when you signed that first publishing deal, bro, like,
yeah,
what was that like for you? How did that really change your life?
It was crazy because, bro, I didn't know anything about music industry shit, and I'm still learning to this day. Like, I didn't know anything about it, and like, who I got signed to, it was like such a big deal.
Right.
And like, and being signed to them to this, like, I'm still fucked up about it. Like, being signed to them to this day is like crazy because it's like you fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. Like, me and the homies was making them songs, not in the studio, nothing. We was at my house or like the homie's crib, or like we might go to a little studio session here, but it was just like passion, bro. Like, we was just doing something, and seeing it connect and like somebody like noticing that is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's crazy. Man.
When you got your publishing deal, what were some of the first things that you did and celebrated?
Real chain. Yeah, no more fake shit. Like, some money to the parents. Yeah. Like, I don't know, like hella clothes. But I wanted to invest like in my career heavy. Right. And I think that's what got me here. Cause like, and people, it's always crazy to me because like, I never look at it on this spectrum, but like now I'll go and I'll check Spotify and I got like 100,000 people listening to me in the last month. And that's crazy. Back then, when I thought I was hotter, I had like 20, 30K. So now I'm like, you know what? I did invest smart. Like, I was moving smart. Like, all the outfits, the music videos, the shoots and everything. It's like, you gotta do that type of stuff, bro. And it was like, it was just a big deal, bro. Like, it helped me realize, like, I don't know, bro. Like, it was just cool, bro.
Yeah. Especially now, because you have like, now you have a catalog. Yeah. Just a catalog of music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I learned that like from that. You ever listen to the guy Russ?
Russ, yeah.
Yeah, and bro, one thing that surprised me with him is, to me, like, he has millions of fans. Right. But if you bring him up in like who's the top rappers category, they might not bring him up. Exactly. But he has so much music and so many fans that like all of the song, he drops a song, millions. Right. He got people listen to him, millions. He's selling out like everywhere. I like careers like that. Like, I want to be the guy that's dropping a million songs and shit, bro. Like, I like that. So
it seems like you came out here and you fell in love with the culture enough to like want to start being a part of that wave. Is that kind of how what the idea is?
So I got my girlfriend is from here.
Oh, okay.
And we've been together almost like 2 years now. Right. And bro, like, she puts me on shit that like I would have never heard or thought of listening to before. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a person that's not, you know what I'm saying, from LA. Right. Bro, and when I tapped in, I'm hearing like the beats and stuff, and I'm like, yo, if I could bring some Larry into this shit, like, it would be nuts, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love tapping in. I've done like R&B. I've done like alternative shit. People know me for like my melodic, like rappy type shit. Yeah. For sure. But bro, like, when I heard the LA shit, I was like, bro, this shit needs some Larry, bro. Like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, man, when you moved out here, 2016, you said, right?
2017.
2017. I'm sure Melrose was probably one of the spots you were at during that time period, right?
Every day, bro. Every day, like real Melrose rap, bro.
Yeah. So let's talk about that, because I mean, I feel like anybody who was around at that time knows what was going on Melrose. How was that experience for you?
Bro, it was crazy. It was one of those like it was wild. Like, it was different. Like, Atlanta got a lot of spots, but like, I think Melrose is unique. Like, it's not another Melrose nowhere, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the energy wise, like coming to see like people dressed like you, look like you type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a vibe. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
No, I feel like it was like a super culture hub at that time.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
bro. Like all the hype beast shit, like all the shit you saw on the internet, it was like on one street. Like,
right.
We was out here like niggas was getting dressed up just to come here type shit. Like,
just hanging out.
Yeah,
hanging
out.
Down Melrose.
Yeah. Come out here, eat, buy some shoes, link with the homies, smoking shit. We'd just be out here for hours on end. So it was just wild experience, bro.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned to me too. It's like it was one of the things that made you really fall in love with LA.
Yeah,
right.
I think Melrose is actually like, to me, and it'll always be. It was LA. Like, I had homies that stayed like Sunset. I had homies that like you know, like the Valley, Long Beach. I had homies that stay outside, Thousand Oaks, like Calabasas, but Melrose was like really Los Angeles. Like Los Angeles County for me was right here. Like
just a whole. It's just a unique.
Everything
vibe,
I needed was right here. Like,
yeah.
Literally just now, I'm waiting for y'all to park. I go running into the jumper store. I'm like looking for some sweatpants for my girl.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yo, you're fucking Pollari." And they take a picture of me.
Oh, for real?
Like for the fucking gram, bro. Shit is crazy.
No jumper gram?
Yeah. Like I'm like, yo,
shit.
what the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So it's like you're still getting love on Melrose after all these years.
After all these years, like I come out here and somebody knows who I am, bro. It's
exactly.
Just, can't ask for no more, bro.
What were your favorite spots to hit when you'd come to Melrose?
Bro, round 2, because you got to get your feet, bro. You got to get your shoes, bro.
Yeah.
And then I'm going Wasteland. Wasteland low-key kind of like taught me more designer shit than I knew already, too. Like, you just randomly come across some shit. And then I think the last one, bro, the wing spot used to be over there.
Yep.
Remember
right
the
there
wing
on the corner
spot?
next around
yeah,
too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bro, go over there, like, just smash, like, 2 plates of wings, big boy style. Like, I'm just going crazy, bro. Like, that's all I eat for the whole day. Just wild shit. On the whole day, 2 plates of wings. I'm outside all day. Like,
it feels like, I mean, obviously it has changed a lot here, man. Like, you touched on it earlier. That was probably peak Melrose.
I feel like store-wise and culture-wise, it was peak then.
Yeah.
I like the growth as far as, like, I like the stores that's here. I like the, like, it's more, what can I say? It's more touristy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And I feel like that came from us. Like, we made it so cool. We made it a tourist spot.
Right,
so,
right. People
you know
come
what I'm saying?
and they're
The
like,
block
oh, we
became,
gotta hit Melrose.
Yeah, gotta hit Melrose. So
yeah.
It was just one of them for real, bro. Like, I feel like we were a big part of that. Like,
no,
that underground
sure.
culture, that hypebeast ass culture.
Do you feel the responsibility to be somewhat of like an OG or like someone to go to for like newer underground artists?
Yeah, I'll never be the guy who like doesn't want to play his role, bro. Like, I'm not new. I'm not the rookie. Like, very much a veteran. I'm very much still active. I still get new fans. I still get like new love and shit. Just like people finding just out about me like new and recent and shit, and I fuck with that. But like, I know I'm big bro in this shit. So you know, like, I gotta play a role. Like, I gotta have a certain stature to my shit. I gotta have a certain quality to my shit. I gotta have a certain, you know, feeling to my shit. So like, I don't take that lightly.
Thank you for inviting us to your workspace.
Thank you. Breakthrough.
Yeah. Well, so where are we at right now?
So we're in Silver Lake
at
my pub studio where I got signed at.
Nice.
2017-18.
Right.
So we're wrapping up my project right now.
Oh, okay.
So I try to come here because I record a lot in like Thousand Oaks, downtown, Koreatown and stuff. And but when it's like project time, trying to finish up, me and my boy Forte like to come here and try to
just lock in
finish it up. Yeah, lock in and go crazy.
Right. So it's like another home for you.
It is, bro. Yeah. It feels good, bro. It feels like purposeful. Like I'm going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How has your relationship with Pulse been, and how have they kind of helped you evolve as an artist?
I think everyone needs someone, and they're there for me type shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You need someone, whether it's like some people, like I'm lucky. I got like my family. I got my homies. I got them. And I got like a really good core fan base. So like I try to keep everything tight with all of them. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of help me get out here, stay out here, and just, you know, motivate me to keep
you going.
Yeah. Because you want to impress them. You know, they believed in you.
Right, exactly.
You want to impress them. You want to keep them happy. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. So it's good to kind of have that just like pushing you forward a little bit.
Yeah, they're a blessing, bro, for real.
That's great, man. You mentioned Forte here, your engineer, bro. Right?
He's like my right hand, bro. I really don't like I can't do shit without him type shit. Yeah, it's like one of those. So like I met him in like I think 2018.
Oh, okay. So you're already out here.
Yeah, I met him in 2018. He was already out here, like living out here. And I think once we started working like consistently, maybe 2018, 2019, it's been me and him ever since. Like he records all my music. Like he touches everything before it comes out. Yeah, he has to touch everything before it comes out. Yeah.
Would you say he has a hand in then the way like your sound is? And...
Yeah. Honestly, you can hear, like if you hear a project from me and say it's 10 songs and 8 of them sound the same, and then 2 of them sound a little, you're like, this don't feel like Larry.
Right,
It's
right.
because he didn't touch him and I like rushed him out or something.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Like he's my sound, he's my guy. Like it's no Pollari without Forte, really.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
And so in that initial meeting, what was it about Forte? Like, what was it that clicked for you guys?
You know, it's crazy. He was the homie. He was a homie. So, you meet people who do music out here.
Right. Yeah,
he did his own stuff. He produced. And it was like, I was a fan because he actually, when my sound was more so soundcloudy, underground, like crazy, rambunctious type shit. Like, he had a more refined sound. And I'm like, bro, I want to get there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he's like, bro, I produce my own shit. And then we started working. I'm like, yo, I need some beats from you. Like, you got the sound.
Right.
And then I brought over some of my shit, some of his shit, and we made what you got now.
Gotcha.
And
that's
how like you get,
together. You guys were able to like kind of clean up the rough edges of
literally
who Larry
polish
was.
it up. Yeah, he took me from little Larry to big Larry.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No.
He grew that up.
That's good, man. Because you need people too that you can trust also, right? With what you're doing.
Yeah.
And just help you creatively. So it's good that you had that. So the last few months, it sounds like you've been putting out kind of a new sound for you, right? The West Coast sound.
Facts.
You dropped a few tracks.
Facts.
What was the idea behind that? I know, we talked a little bit earlier about how you kind of fallen in love with LA and it's become your home now. So
yeah, I think it was one of those things where I was a fan of it first, and I heard it listening to, your Dracos, Greedos, stuff like that, and I'm hearing it and I'm hearing the beats and I'm like, yo, like I want to tap in.
Right.
That's something I want to tap in, and I've tapped into other spaces before. I've done. Like on my last album, I got alternative stuff. I got the traditional rap stuff. I got the underground rap stuff. I got I feel like my versatility is what kept me here.
Right.
Because you can play 10 Larry songs and they might all sound different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think my fans appreciate that.
Of
and
course.
They pick their favorites. His favorite might be different from her favorite. Her favorite might be different from,
Right,
so
right. And it's just completely different sounds across the board.
So when I came across this sound, I was like, yo, I can do this, but my way. You know what I'm saying? Make it put some Larry on it, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like every genre at some point needs a little Larry on it. So I just want to fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I want to tap in and like, and it's showing love to LA at the same time. And the stuff that I've put out per se, but like it's instantly got love. And I actually, certain like genres didn't do that. Like when I put out the alternative stuff, it was hard until I got like, in 2020, I got like Lover's Lane and that one blew up for me. Yeah. But I had to put out a few before that one went.
Kind of went off.
My first West Coast vibe went crazy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So it was like off
it felt natural.
Right. Yeah. Kind of like what I said earlier too. It's just like, it sounds natural. You know what I mean? It sounds like you've been doing it for a minute. So it's like, it's really organic almost.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a new project. Is this kind of what it's going to be like? Are you coming out with a West Coast style project?
I think this is going to be my first project where I've always sprinkled it in. I think on one of my albums I had my last album might have had 1 or 2, but it was out of like 16. I think this project is going to be like 12 songs, and I think it's going to be like 6 West Coast and then 6 other. So I think this one is going to be the first one where I'm like, yeah, this is what we're doing. Yeah. Like this is the sound now.
Right.
And I want to see how it bridges my old fans, the new ones, and just give them something, bro. Like I feel like you got to give them something. Like we got to keep them entertained. People got to, we as artists got to keep them.
Yeah. Change it up. Having fun with them. And evolve. Exactly. No, for sure, man. And that's cool that you like you said, paying homage and respect to kind of LA, and because not a lot of people from out of town, I think, do that, or even care to like tap in and know like what's going on in the city as far as the music goes. So you coming from Atlanta with such a prominent sound of its own, right? And doing that is really cool.
And then who do you know? Like I feel like, and not only is it showing like just love, but it's something new, bro. And I feel like so many genres are being blended now, and it's like you got a real Atlanta nigga getting on West Coast beats, and I don't and I'm not doing it just like another West Coast guy. Like I'm really bringing my shit to
No,
it.
for sure.
And it blends and it makes it. It's hard, bro. It's
no,
hard.
for sure. Yeah, I haven't seen it done before. I haven't seen
Yeah.
somebody come and try to do that. I mean, you get like, I think who was it? Quavo that hopped on a West Coast like YG.
He'll
song.
tap in with like Mustard and YG
exactly,
and stuff.
exactly.
And it works too.
Mhm.
Like, but yeah, I want to make it. I want to make it like I want to make it mine.
Exactly. So it's like when you hear it, it's like, oh, okay, it has that West Coast element, but this is a Pollari song.
Yeah, it's a Pollari song.
Is there any artists out here that you want to tap in with to kind of like?
The thing about me is I'm
or?
such a damn like, when it comes to that shit, I'm such a damn like, I don't know, hard-headed, bro. Like, and I want to work with like a lot of them, but I want to work with the big ones. I want to work with the ones that like influence me directly. I want to hit up. I want the, you know, I want the Blast, the Beanos, the Greedos. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I respect the other ones, the smaller ones that are doing their thing too, but I know my potential and what I got.
Right.
So it's like, I want the best because I feel like I'm the best. So I want to put out, like with this one, I want to put this album out to show the city what I got. Right. And then once they be like, yo, he's one
he
of the
can
ones,
do it. Yeah.
That's when I want to tap in with, you know
gotcha,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big bro and them.
Exactly.
And
so
get
it's
something
like
crazy.
Exactly. You feel like you can go toe to toe with anybody. Big artist.
Any genre. Yeah. I get in the studio with Taylor Swift and sing her under the table. You feel me? Exactly. Like, like that's what I do. So
man, that's funny. Would you ever make like a full on pop?
Bro, I like it, but I respect it so much. If I did it, I would have to do it right. Right. Yeah, and it's like Forte can make pop like crazy. Like his production for pop is crazy, but like I would have to sit down and do it the way they do it. Yeah. Like I want to put my all into it. I want to write it. Those are like real writers and composers over there. Right. Where a hip hop space is like more emotion and feeling, and you get in that booth and you telling a story. Exactly. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Pop is it's a very product market right now. Right. Yeah. It's like selling an item to them. Exactly. Yeah. It's super curated. Like it's almost like a formula. Yeah. Right. Very formulaic. Like they're really putting the pieces together and giving it to them. So if you want to get in that field, you gotta do what they do. Exactly. Yeah. How has your LA experience contributed to the person you are now? I think, and on some shit, I think every man knows like this, and it's kind of like a personal thing, but you always go through that, like you go through a couple growing up phases. Mm-hmm. You know, you get out of high school, right? Your mid-20 vibes and all that. I think me going through like my 20s and shit here, like I grew up. I think LA grew me up. Right. Because there's a lot of shit you got to learn here. Yeah. You got to learn. LA is different from other places. Like you got to talk to people the right way. Right. You might not be able to wear this color over there. You might not be able to, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of politics with LA. Exactly. So I think having to learn that when I go other places, I respect what they got going on. When I go on trips, when I go out of town, when I go back home, I'm like, okay, like I see why. Because I come from a place where it's like Southern hospitality. Everybody's nice to everybody. Right. It's not always like that here. Yeah. So you gotta, it'll grow you up fast, bro. That's a good way to put it. Because a lot of people do come here and they try to be a certain way, where they come from. And I'm like, yo, I came out here. I didn't go to school and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was in school for few years and I was in LA. Like I didn't finish school and shit. So I'm like, all right, this was my college experience. Oh, okay. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? This grew me up type shit. Yeah. That's cool, man. Well, I'm excited for, the rest of this journey to play out and see you really grow into the LA space, because I feel like there is a space for you there, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna get wild. But yeah, no, I appreciate you, bro. Once again, thank you for everything today. Breakthrough. Pollari. That's a wrap.